Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today is Booklist Thursday. This is a video series I do with my friend Lindsay over at Lindsay's Little Library. And every Thursday we bring you some sort of list or a book topic that we feel like talking about for the week. And this week we are diving into the spring because it is finally warming up. Everything's blooming. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Don't know yet. My husband's allergies say it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. I'm very excited for the warmer weather. I'm very much a spring summer girl, so I'm very happy that winter is finally behind us at this point. So this week, Lindsay and I had been talking about some topics, and we thought about what if we talked about books and books that we wish would bloom. So books that either we wanted a little bit more from, or books that we wish had sequels so that the storyline could continue going. Just things that we wish there was just a little bit more, that it just wanted that extra little push for it to bloom. So that's where we're going with this one. Okay, my first one is Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. You guys, even one extra page in this book would have been, one extra word in this book would have helped. The ending of this book is both brilliant and infuriating at the same time. And I just needed just one more word, Mr. Reynolds, please. I just needed one more word to that one little extra to help this bloom. But also, was it genius to not have that extra word in there? You know? So it's, I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah. So Long Way Down follows a young boy who is caught in the middle of gang violence. He's in this community where that is something that is very prevalent, and it is affecting him personally, and he is struggling with his feelings of revenge because of the loss of a loved one, and his decision on what he's going to do moving forward based on his loss. And his instinct is to get revenge, but is he actually going to go through with it? So it was phenomenal. One of the best books I've ever read. But one more word. Okay, the next one is The Last Town. This is by Blake Crouch. This is book number 3 in his Wayward Pines series. It is a trilogy. That is it. There is no more. The trilogy ended. But that epilogue was mean. It was just mean. And it very much insinuated there's a lot more to the story. But it's a trilogy. It's an older trilogy. So, there's no more. And there was an epilogue that made me go, but wait. But wait a minute. And it was mean. It was mean-spirited, and I didn't like it. And it really, really made me want more, but there is no more. And I need a garden of that. I need a garden of the rest of that story, because that story was so good. The entire trilogy was so good. So basic premise of the trilogy is we are following a detective whose partner ends up going missing. She is on this other mission with somebody else to travel to this town to look for somebody who has gone missing. And she herself and her partner travel to this town, but they go missing as well. So he is pulled in to go and try to find her. He finds the town and he finds her. But there's something going on in this town which is causing them to not be able to leave, and they go missing. They're not really missing. They are in this certain spot, but there's something happening in this town that is causing their disappearance, and he is caught up in it and finds out that they can't leave. It was fantastic. It took me by surprise. It is so much action, and the things that happen in this book were just, it was really, really good. The entire trilogy is really, really good. And then there's the epilogue. Okay, for the next one, I'm going to go with Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. There's definitely more to their love story, for sure. But the reason I put this on this list is because this is the one and only time I have finished a book and immediately wanted to start again from the beginning. I wanted to close it, turn it over, open it again, and keep going because I wanted to stay with these characters. I wanted more and just more time with them in general. Not necessarily that it left on a cliffhanger. It didn't, but there's definitely more to their story. Like that book could have kept going, or there could have been a sequel or something. Like there's just more there. And I just was sad when it was over, and I just wanted to start it over again so I could have more time with them. And that has never happened. Of all the books I've read in my entire life, I have never experienced that except for this book. So this book follows a friendship between a boy and a girl. They meet when they are young and they are neighbors, and you see their relationship develop over time. Now, you start out in the present timeline where they have cut ties completely. They haven't talked for like 11 years, and just it was cold turkey, we're done, never speaking again type thing. And then they end up running into each other on the street or in a coffee shop or something 11 years later. And then all of these memories are brought back up, and you're going back with flashbacks and seeing how their relationship started, how it progressed, what happened to cause this, thing. And then when you are in the present timeline, they are reconnecting and you're seeing that happen. And it was beautiful. I love that book so much. And I just wanted to keep going. Okay, next one is Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. The reason I wanted more, and this is a me problem. It's not anyone else's problem, but this book follows a woman who makes a decision about her love life. And you see her decision play out, whether like making this decision and then making this decision. So it's two different lives, basically. So you're following, I'm going to say yes, and this is how my life ends up, or I'm going to say no, and this is how my life ends up, and they're completely different. So it's a sliding doors situation. And for me, anytime there's a sliding doors thing, it's, these are parallel things. Nothing ever comes together. There's never a right answer. It's like this way or this way, and interesting. But there's no wrong or right way, or you don't know which way is the real way and all that. And that is sliding doors. Like that's what that whole concept is. So going into it, I should have taken that more into consideration when I was reading this book, and knowing that I wasn't going to get but here's the decision that was made, and here's how this woman's life actually ended up, because I don't know. And I think I wanted that answer. I think I wanted that closure, and I didn't really get it. But that should have been me knowing that, going into it, knowing that it was a sliding doors thing. So I think that's kind of why I wanted a little bit more. I just wanted to know which way it happened. So, yeah, but that's totally a me thing, not the book. It was still really good. I loved it. I did give it, I think, 4 stars. I loved the book, but yeah. So, okay. And last but not least is Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. Okay. So this book is a thriller. It is one of my favorite thrillers of all time. It follows a woman who has a hot and steamy night with a random stranger, only to go to work the next day, and he is her new boss, and he's married. She makes the decision to continue the affair, knowing he's married. Okay. However, she becomes pretty fascinated with his wife, and they even strike up a friendship, all the while she is having an affair with this man still. And she's noticing some weird things about the wife. She's noticing some kind of strange behaviors and things that are starting to become unexplainable, and she's not quite sure what's going on. Okay. The ending of this book is very polarizing. People love it or hate it. I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. And I wanted more. Like it was an ending that could have gone on a little bit more. Like it could have, there's more there. There's so much more there. And I I had so many questions still. But again, like the Jason Reynolds, but it was also brilliant. And I still think about that ending. I do. I read this so long ago, and I still think about that ending. It was insanely amazing to me. So love it or hate it, I thought it was brilliant, and I loved it. Okay, guys, those are 5 books that I wanted, like, I just needed a little extra push for the bloom for me for these books. But all amazing books, and that's why I'm talking about them, because I absolutely loved every single one of them. So no critique as far as that goes, but definitely left me wanting more for sure, which is a sign of a good book. And yeah, so make sure you head over to Lindsay's channel and see what she is going to be talking about today. I'm really excited to see what's going to be on her list, and we will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.